Be Sammy.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
What time is it? I cannot give you the rendezvous point. This is a key tenet of the rebellion mix. I'm surprised you can't name it. I don't know if you are.
And that is a perfect way to start off the year. Welcome back to Our Heartbreak Feels Good. Today, we are podcasting about all things the box office, more specifically, just talk about some of the results that we've seen so far from the fall and holiday season. We're not going to see the full effect until maybe like a month or two into the year.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're also going to be discussing the winter and spring movie season for 2026. And joining me today, as always, for this particular show is Evan Harris.
Yeah, this is very exciting. First podcast of 2026, breaking down the box office. There were not a lot of surprises last fall going into, what was it, September through December. But there's a lot of interesting stuff to note, but also what movies are going to make the most money between now and the end of April. We have some big hitters in April, but between January and March, it's not a lot of heavy hitters. So it's going to be interesting to see where we go for our box office predictions. But yeah, glad to be back. Where do you want to start? Just going over what happened in September through December a little bit here.
Yeah, let me bring up our picks before we dive into
Oh, perfect. Yeah, thank you. While you're bringing that up, yeah, I guess the biggest one, of course, was Avatar. I forget which one of us had Avatar, but Avatar and Zootopia made boatload of money. Avatar is still chugging along. Yeah, you had Avatar and Big for Good. I had Zootopia. This was big. Five Nights at Freddy's had a big opening weekend, but it had a huge drop everywhere else. Demon Slayer Infinity Castle did very well domestically. I made that prediction the week that it was going to come out domestically. And then we had Predator, Badlands, Conjuring was a big hit. This was a good fall for horror, just off of this.
I should have put The Conjuring higher. I don't know what I was thinking with Tron.
Tron Harris was a bit. Yeah, maybe you, Jared Leto fan over here.
No. Hey.
Oh my gosh. Danger Zone being one battle after another is funny. I mean, it didn't make money, right?
Yeah. Financially, it's not gonna make any money, but I mean, that movie wasn't made for that. But
right, like it's still like deemed a success. It's very weird because you have Stans being on here being like, it bombed. Why are people not saying that it bombed? Like, it didn't bomb. I don't even know if to clarify it as like a flop or a bomb. It's not neither of those.
It just cost too much.
It just cost too much, and it wasn't a success, obviously. But like critically, it's regarded as the highest rated movie of the year. It's going to win a lot of Oscars. Yeah. So it did its job, in a cultural zeitgeist, and it made over $200 million. I think as we were talking about One Battle, I said this is going to do around the same place that The Irishman did. And Irishman made like 150, 170. Oh yeah, that's what I meant. I meant Killers. Yeah, Irishman was straight to Netflix. But yeah, Killers did like 150, 170. And I felt like it was going to have that similar crowd, like a drama. And this one made more than Killers because it was more like an intense, thriller. But yeah, it was a good showing for One Battle, but I knew that wasn't going to like make more than what a budget allowed. Kind of like a similar play there with Mission Impossible, where it cost so much money, even though Mission Impossible did break like 550, like it made a lot of money. It just also cost a lot of money. Running Man for the Danger Zone I gave to you. I knew that wasn't going to be a hit. I feel bad for Edgar Wright. Edgar Wright movies just. I don't even think this is Edgar Wright, because if you ask somebody who directed The Running Man, they'd have no clue. But just the type of movie that it was, the constant marketing, I was like, I'm not feeling it's going to be a hit, especially in that early November where it would have like 2 weeks where that and Predator Badlands would be battling each other before Zootopia and Wicked ever came out.
Let me share something real quick.
Sure thing.
This is for September to November, right?
September to November, right before the holidays. So Conjuring made a boatload of money, 177. horror always surprises me, man. That was
500, almost 500.
almost 500 for Conjuring the Last Rites. How did this? I mean, I would say how did this happen, but it was like this is a consistently great franchise. I don't love Conjuring 3, but that had like the HBO Max COVID scenario there.
Yeah.
But outside of that, like this is Conjuring 4, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Outside of the HBO Max COVID stuff, Conjuring is consistently a high grossing franchise. People see the word Conjuring, comes out in the fall. Why not? It's a horror movie. I liked Conjuring. I didn't love it, but it made a boatload of money. The 177 domestic is very, like, off of an 84 opening. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't like that's. Is that more than Captain America: Brave New World? What did that do? I think they did like 80 something.
Probably. Let me pull it up on the SL.
Pull that up real quick. Yeah, but that, like 84 million. That's like superhero numbers right there. That's comic book movie numbers, which is very impressive. I know for a fact that's Dune numbers. Dune had like longer legs, but
about
Dune
the same. Yeah,
about the same. 88, 84, man. And then so that's it's crazy. That's very, very crazy. Very, very impressive. So
you want to talk about your beloved Demon Slayer?
Demon Slayer, which could get an Oscar nomination. Probably not. But 70 million. I'm just very happy. This was a great fall for anime. Demon Slayer made a lot of money here. 70 million opening weekend. I knew it was going to be huge. I knew it was going to be way better than the last movie that they did, Mugen Train. But it did very well domestically. I already knew like the numbers international were big at the time. So I was just curious, how much was it going to do domestically? And 70 million. It didn't have, anime fans, they come opening weekend and they don't come anytime else. So that is going to be a thing I hope gets better as time goes on, as anime becomes even more popular. For the next movie, which comes out, the rumored next movie is 2027, and the series is going to end in 2029, hopefully. But I'm curious to see if anime is ever going to have legs after opening weekends. Kind of has that same effect as some horror franchises where they have big opening weekends, then not that big box office. Me and you, though, we loved Black Phone too. That did pretty well this year as well.
Well, you and Josh, I liked it.
Okay. I really liked it. I thought this was a great, great, great movie.
This did about the same as the first one, if I believe.
Yeah, it had good legs. Look at that, 27 million going into 77 million at the end of its growth. So it had good staying power there. Solid internationally as well. I forget the budget, but yeah, this is a success. This is 90 million. Yeah, so it was very similar to the OG Black Phone. So that's what they won. They won a very similar, if not better, gross. And good job, Universal, with the horror. Good win for Scott Derrickson.
Yeah. Let me see. Anything else you want to look here before we move on to the holiday season?
Let's see here. Oh, go to Chainsaw Man. That was the other anime, number 8 there. That was the other anime that I was happy did pretty well. 18 domestic, but stuck around to do 43. 158 for a Chainsaw Man. Came out years after season 1 aired. I think season 1 was 2022 or 2023. So I'm happy that this is doing well. But yeah, that's about it. Let's go into the holiday ones.
Holiday season. Zootopia so far number 1.
Zootopia 2 so far number 1. I got this right at my I did my year end or my 2025 predictions overall, and I had Zootopia as like the number 2 movie. I had Avatar number 1, which nobody knew that Neja 2 was going to blow up as much as it did. But Avatar 2 is going to go very far. But yeah, Zootopia 2, second highest movie of the year. I knew this was going to be huge. I said, if it's even close to what Inside Out 2 did, this is going to be a huge hit. And it's looking like it's going to make more than Moana 2. It's coming up there. I think Moana was at, I don't know what Moana was, 1.3. But Zootopia 2 is doing so well. I love this movie. This is a great movie in my opinion. 4.5 stars from me on Letterboxd. I had a great time with this. I like the mystery and I love the connection.
You meant this one or the second one?
The second one, sorry.
Let me go.
I didn't know Moana was only 600. But I guess that makes sense. 1, 2. Okay, so yeah, way better than Moana. So Moana 2 was a hit last year, and Zootopia 2 was the hit this year. And Zootopia 2 did a lot of money, 1.475. It's gaining it should be getting 300 million more. It should be capping out by 1.6, 1.7, around that number. It might not hit Inside Out 2 numbers, but the holiday season is doing wonders for Zootopia 2. Repeat viewing. It's the only kid movie on the block. It's the only one. So that makes a lot of sense. Wicked for Good. Okay, so I looked at our predictions. I wonder if I could pull that up. Box office predictions.
Like the picks or
the picks that we had.
Yeah,
I forget what we had.
Yeah, I had it on number 2 for me.
But I thought I made like a prediction. Maybe I deleted it. About how much money it would make on our last podcast.
I think both of us were in agreement that it would make at least 100 less than.
There we go. Yeah. We both said. What did we say? We were estimating like 750. So it made less than 750, didn't it?
Yeah, it's at 5.
519. Yeah.
I don't see it like crawling out of the 500. So
me neither. The first one did like 800. So I was like, okay. I was like, it's gonna be better, worse, better, worse, better, worse. I think I went on worse, but not by too much. But yeah, this one, because I figured like it had less marketing, but people were riding high on the Wicked wave. Wicked was such a phenomenon last year. It's gonna do even better here. Why do you think this one made like 200 million less than the first one?
I think we talked about this last time. Not only was it special for them to adapt it for the first time last year, but last year we saw that Wicked, like they can try and say that it's global sensation, but it's not. It's more of an American sensation. And we saw that with the numbers for the first movie. Like let's see, like it still did good. It still did like almost 300 international, but it's not as strong as those domestic numbers. So when we come to the second one, both of us imagined that it would make way less, not only domestic, but also internationally. So I think that's what really hurt it. I mean, it's still making money. They shot the movies at the same time. It's not like it's a loss, but...
Exactly. And I think me and you, having both seen the movie, well, it's not great.
That also doesn't...
I thought like, okay, maybe this might be critic proof, and to a degree it is critic proof. 336 million is a lot, but what it is improved to is repeat viewings. For me, the first one, whether you would love it or you hate the first one, it just screams like, okay, it's at least fun to watch. Like you can watch the first one and you hear the song at the end. It leaves you, at least for me, it left me with chills at the end of the first one, and you can like see it again and again. It's a very happy movie. This one, given the source material, given what happened in the second act, not that happy. It has a more, as serious as Wicked can get, serious emotional tone, a heartfelt-ish ending, but like it doesn't scream like, ooh, I gotta hear that song again, because there's not really that many good songs besides like the one at the very end. So it doesn't have like that song repeat viewing that you get from like a Wicked or a High School Musical or that kind of thing, where you can just like pick at 5 or 6 songs that you just want to hear. Like the first one has sing-along versions, and it made sense because like come Christmas time, you want to sing the songs again. This one, what are you singing along to? It's like people in the audience are just like, for the better. Like, it's just like some of the songs are good, but they're just not like crowd pleasing. So yeah. I can see why you made less domestically as well.
And speaking of being like a critics proof, so far at least it's proving that Avatar Fire and Ash is sort of...
What is it critically now? Because let me see real quick.
I mean, it's the lowest rated one yet.
66 Rotten Tomatoes. Me and you both, we love this movie, right? I thought, do you like it?
I liked it a lot. I didn't love it. You're more on Josh's strain than
I had a great time with this movie. I'm still torn about Fire and Ash versus Way of Water. I saw Way of Water twice. I saw this one once, but I wanted to go see it again. It's just I was so lazy on Christmas break.
Yeah.
But this one it's extremely fun. The way they tackle grief in this movie is very interesting. I like Spider more, if that's saying something. But overall, James Cameron, the ability to create this original world and have people coming over 2 decades later is like it's insane, or nearly 2 decades later, like it's insane. Um, I'm so happy that this original franchise continues to break a billion each time. Like this is crazy numbers. Like it's made 934 million right now, and it's on track to make 600 something million more throughout January and February. So yeah, because like what else is coming out this January? Not much. So
No.
so
Where do you think it caps?
I think 1.6 seems about
1.6.
right. That's what people
Yeah.
are saying. Um, so it's making bank, like every day now is like a weekend. Like it made 15 million yesterday on New Year's Day or something. So
Those
yeah,
legs.
those legs, the Varang's legs. um, it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm just so happy that this franchise continues to do well. We all heard that James Cameron wants to take a break, make a his World War II esque atomic bomb movie. Um, and then come back hopefully to do this one by 2029. It might
Yeah.
be delayed, but I can't wait. This was like the big one where I'm like, oh wait, I cannot wait to see the next one now. Predator Badlands, I actually like Predator Badlands a lot. It didn't do great, but as a huge Predator fan, my goal was okay. I want people to see this in theaters. I want 20th Century Studios to be confident enough to keep Predator in theaters rather than on Hulu, where we saw Predator or Prey and
Prey.
Killer of Killers. Both great movies as well. I think this one is also pretty great. Really fun experience for me. I just really want the Predator franchise to get in line with Alien and just own the theatrical landscape. Not own it, but be confident in the theatrical landscape, just like the Alien sequels are going to be. So 184 is pretty solid, pretty good for this movie. Not great, but it did pretty well.
David is number 6.
David, oh my gosh.
I'm happy to see Martin Supreme crack the top 10.
Let's talk about this real quick before we go on. Marty Supreme, people are, the stands are fighting, Edgar. Is this a flop? Is it doing well? Is this great? Is this bad? This is good. This is very good in my opinion. International, it hasn't released yet that much. You see there, $2 million. But domestically, I think it's heading towards like 100 million domestic haul here.
Yeah.
I would not be shocked if it makes over 100 million. This weekend alone is set to make like 20 something million. So 15 to 20 million. So I think it's going to do pretty well domestically. It has fun legs. It has a lot of rewatchability, even for a 2.5 hour movie. So, and it's a good success specifically for A24, who didn't have the great year with the Smashing Machine, but this is doing pretty well. Very good.
I think also, like, they're doing whatever they feel like they need to do. But if this movie, let's say, it's released exactly how it is by Searchlight, who they're the ones who released A Complete Unknown, right?
Yes.
Okay, so if they were to like release this movie both domestically and internationally at the same time, I think we would be having a completely different conversation. But because A24 does what they do, or like first domestic and then like months later internationally, it makes it look at it like it's worse than it is. But this movie is gonna end up like being like a moderate hit, I think.
Yeah, moderate hit, and I think it has like a $65 million budget. Not including the marketing, which I think the marketing was very smart. People are like, "Is this bad marketing? Is he could lose the Oscar for this rap song?" It's like, no, I don't think so. Hopefully not. People have said like the people in the Academy last year were turned off by some of the things that he was doing, and that like it kind of deterred them from voting for him versus who won last year?
Adrian Brody.
Which I think Adrian Brody was running away with it, but like people said that his immaturity and his young age might not help him, and it could come around this year. But I think this performance is undeniable, and I think the box office is also very good. It's good campaigning on its own. People are watching this movie. It's coming out at the right time for Timothée Chalamet. I hope this is the year that he, sets some young records for one of the youngest to own an Oscar, but we shall see. We shall see. Because right now, this isn't the Oscar prediction podcast, but like he's leagues above everybody on his list, in my opinion.
Yeah, we'll talk about it once we talk about it.
Yeah.
about the monthly episode. Yeah.
But anyways, yeah. So
Anything else?
good money from Marty Supreme. Finance of Freddy exploded, but didn't do well after that. What else? Housemaid. I'm seeing that tomorrow because my dad was like, do you want to see Housemaid? I'm like, I'll see Housemaid. It's a solid hit. For Lionsgate. Lionsgate had a bad year this year, but those two movies, Now You See Me and Housemaid, pretty solid for Lionsgate. They're ending the year strong, even though it's not a good success overall for 2025 Lionsgate.
Yeah.
Big winner this year, because we're going to 2026 now, but big winner this year, of course, is Disney, Zootopia 2, and Avatar Fire and Ash. We knew that was going to be big hits. Yeah. WB, of course, had the big success story over cumulatively though, because Disney didn't Disney had Captain America and Thunderbolts, their two Marvel franchises, didn't do that well this year.
Fantastic Four kind of too.
Yeah, Fantastic Four was a decent hit. What was it, $500 some for Fantastic Four? But either way, it's Thunderbolts didn't do nearly as well as we hoped, and it's a great movie. Captain America, of course, didn't make that much, but it was a solid hit. It was okay. But then, of course, Zootopia 2 and Fire and Ash are big, big hits. And Disney ends up, as always, as the number one production company of the year. But WB, very solid second place. There was Sinners.
Underdog
Weapons,
of the year. Yeah.
Underdog of the year. Sinners, Weapons, One Battle, Superman.
Final Destination.
Final Destination.
F1.
The ability to have different genres is what makes WB in 2025 so special. Because Disney just has, its certified IPs doing what they're supposed to be doing. WB having bigger hits than what anybody ever expected. So great year for WB as, the Netflix story looms large. But yeah, let's head into 2026. And I was looking at the draft. We're going to be doing our movie draft later on. But yeah, this is going to be an interesting year for box office. We'll see where it goes. Hopefully I go first this time. Let's see. I'm blue.
All right. Ready,
Freddy. I think there's two movies that we're battling for first and second. Come on!
Oh, there you
go. What the heck was that? Last second. That was funny.
All right. Give me 1 second.
I get to go first. And I think this movie,
I know what you're thinking.
Given that Avengers Doomsday is coming out at the end of the year, December 18th, it's going to be in a similar spot to Avatar, where Doomsday is going to make most of this money in that December through January 1st corridor. But when it hits New Year's, I think the highest grossing movie is actually going to be this movie. I think it's going to be Super Mario Galaxy. I think that's going to make Super Mario 1 made $1.3 million, and it was a smash hit, of course. Super Mario Galaxy, I think, is going to make even more than that, similar to how Inside Out 2 did. Granted, Inside Out 2, Zootopia 2, those were movies that had longer, obviously decades-long wait time. 2015 for Inside Out, and then 2015 as well for Zootopia. So it took over a decade of people getting used to those movies, and they came out in droves for the sequels. This one, the movie just came out in 2022, 2023?
3, yeah.
So it's still fresh, but I think it's going to make a lot of money. I'm looking at 1.5 up for Super Mario Galaxy. And it has all of April and pretty much all of May to itself for that kid-friendly audience. I think it's going to be a huge smash hit. So again, I think 1.3, 1.5 overall. And opening weekend, I'm thinking, domestically, I'm just thinking 400 million plus, easily, for Super Mario Galaxy. Probably over 130 million again opening weekend. It's going to be huge. What do you have for number one, buddy?
Yeah, before we continue, since there's not a lot, do you want to do 5 or do you want to do 3 and then at the danger zone?
I had us. Sorry, give me 1 second. We can do 4. Let's do 4, then danger zone.
Okay, that works. Where am I? Okay, cool. You took my number 1, so I'm gonna go with my number 2 pick. And speaking of movies that are critic proof that it doesn't matter the reception, it's gonna end up making money. I'm gonna go with the biopic of all biopics,
Okay, dang
Michael.
it. Is he gonna forget this one? No, he's not gonna forget. This is gonna be huge. I was
It
looking
is gonna
at
be huge. Yeah,
I was
I
looking
would.
at the box office last night, and
Yeah,
the Rami Malek. What was the movie he did?
Bohemian Rhapsody. It opened to 50, and I think this movie could go to 70 or 80.
70 or
Opening.
80, and Bohemian Rhapsody made like 900 something million overall, right?
Yeah, 910.
That's crazy. Like,
Almost a billion. Yeah.
you don't think that people knew Bohemian Rhapsody like that internationally, but it did. And I think Michael, of course, is not even arguably. He's like one of the most famous people, not even musically, just of all time.
People,
Everybody in the world, top 5 famous people of all time.
Arguably, it's Jesus and then Michael Jackson.
not gonna lie, you're probably right. Like people think like, oh, Taylor Swift is huge. Like Michael is like 10 times the level of Taylor Swift or Beyonce. It is ridiculous. Everybody and their mother and their grandmothers knows who he is. Anton Fuqua, I think this is going to be a solid movie.
Probably the biggest hit of his career, easily.
Easily, right? Didn't he also do Straight Outta Compton?
Yeah, that was also a moderate hit. Yeah.
That was a great. That was a big surprise hit. So I think Michael is just going to be huge. So I'm predicting over $1 billion. If Bohemian Rhapsody can do 950, Michael can do over $1 billion easily. We might be looking at 2 of the top 5 highest grossing movies of the year just in April alone, which is very fascinating.
It feels like very much like a repeat of last year with the release of when Sinners was released. It was at the end of April. It had basically like a week and a half to itself. Then all of these blockbusters started to come out. But like the difference between Sinners and Michael is that, again, it's Michael Jackson. It's going to have legs.
Yeah. Remember when Sinners came out, did 45, 46 million opening weekend. Second weekend, it made like 44, 43 million. Michael, I don't know if it's going to have that kind of crazy staying power, but like it's going to be in the box office for a very long time. Looking at May, you have Devil's Wear Prada and, Mando. Michael's going to stick around for a while against those movies. So it's going to be crazy.
Yeah, this could be playing all summer easily.
I agree. Yeah. So yeah, on my list, I have Michael 1.0 to 1.1 billion and Mario Galaxy making anywhere 1. Up to 1.5 or above. Yeah. So yeah, those are 2 movies. So my number 2 here, let me take off Michael and Super Mario Galaxy. I don't know. This is where it gets interesting here. I'll go Wuthering Heights as my number 2. Bastard. I think that is just going to be undeniable in terms of like, I don't know. This can go a lot of ways, but like it's a romance heavy movie. What did 50 Shades? I should have looked this up earlier. What did 50 Shades do when it first came out?
I can check for you. I had to add the quotes around the Wuthering Heights.
Okay. Because it's not like the book. But yeah.
There we go.
85 million. That's
a different time though.
Different time. That's 2015. Yeah. So I'm thinking like it's going to make 40, 50, but even a 40, $50 million opening is still big for this half of the year. That's going to be, that's more than a lot of movies are going to make overall between January and April. So I just think this is going to be a good February, the epitome of like a February date movie. It's going to have like 60, 70% women audience. You never underestimate the women audience. But I think men are going to go see this too because it looks like, at least kind of interesting. And stylistically, it just looks appealing. So I think Wuthering Heights, I'm looking at a $40 to $50 million opening. And then domestically, probably around 100, 150. Overall, I don't know how this does internationally. I can't even tell you. But I think around 300 million internationally. That's too much. Maybe around 200 internationally overall. So we'll see how it goes.
What are you thinking overall again?
I think around, I'll say 250. Maybe that's low balling, but 250 overall.
Okay, I don't feel like this movie costs more than 80, maybe.
Yeah. I just don't know how many people are internationally going to love this movie as much as
Yeah,
Americans do. But yeah,
this will be another test if Margot Robbie truly does have it.
yeah. People say she's like a box office. I mean, Barbie was going to be Barbie without Margot Robbie, I think. But
Yeah, I mean, she was sort of kind of like a star in the mid 2010s with like that movie that she did with Will Smith, and I feel like I'm missing something else. Those I feel like those were like moderate hits, but
yeah, but she
in
picks
this
her project.
age,
Yeah,
yeah.
she picks her projects well. So,
All right.
yeah, I think this is going to be a solid hit.
For my number two, I think I'm gonna go with my head and not my heart in this one. Um, this is a movie that I don't even know if I'm gonna be seeing.
Oh,
But I don't trust the general audience, and I'm sure they'll go and watch it in droves like they have with like the last two. So I'm going with Scream 7.
yeah, I'm not watching this one either. But I think this is going to be big. You can't deny the Scream audience, right? They come in droves for these movies. They don't care about controversy at all.
Let me pull up what the last ones did. But like again, like those last two movies were huge for the time of the year that they were being released. Like Scream to 2022 did 30 million opening, 130, almost 140 internationally.
The next last one did even better. Scream 5, right? That did like
Six,
I think 65 or Scream 6. Go up right there, 2023. I think that did
yeah,
that just
did better.
only did 40. Okay, but still did very well. 166 worldwide.
So I feel like this can like open to 35, 40 again.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not feeling the same kind of buzz here. Maybe that's my bias kicking in, but
Yeah, it feels very dead. Even when the trailer plays at the movies, the times that I'm
right.
early is like, okay,
See,
been there, done that.
I'm thinking 30 to 40 million opening weekend as well. We'll see. Probably not as high as Scream 6.
No, I feel like this could like cap like at 120.
Yeah, I agree. Um,
What's your number three?
I think you took my number 3. I'll go Project Hail Mary.
Ooh, you're feeling risky today.
I'm feeling risky. It's a science fiction movie. This could have the same effect that the last Ryan Gosling led movie did, which was Fall Guy was the movie, right?
Yeah.
Fall Guy did like 22 million opening weekend. Not a good hit. This one probably cost a lot more, but it looks fun. It's a sci-fi movie in the vein of The Martian. Yeah, 27 million. So I think it's gonna be more than Fall Guy. I'm looking at similar to Scream 7, 30 to 40 million. Martian was a huge hit, right? 50 million opening weekend, 54. I don't think it's gonna be that high. This isn't Matt Damon. It's not Ridley Scott. It's not based off of. Oh, it is based off of a popular book though. Similar.
And it was 2015.
It was 2015. So yeah, you usually have to cut things in half from 2015. But I'll go between 30 to 40 million. I'm liking the marketing. I think it looks fun. It looks engaging. It looks like it has a sense of mystery and wonder with the visual effects here. So for my number 3, I'll go Project Hail Mary. I'm guessing 30 to 40 million opening weekend for Project Hail Mary. That's my opening weekend guess. And I think it'll stay around for a while. You know, it's competing in the same area as Michael, right?
Yeah.
I forget the release date here. Okay, Project Hail Mary is coming out March 20th, so it'll have a couple weeks to itself before Mario. But yeah, so we'll see. But yeah, this was a good pick for me. I think I'll go with that one. 30 to 40. We'll see how that goes. Could go even higher.
I'm gonna follow your lead and feel a little bit risky. There's not gonna be a new family movie from Zootopia to like a new like huge animated movie until March, and that movie is Hoppers.
Feeling risky. That is a risk. This is on my list. I had this at number like 6 or 7 on my list.
Yeah, the thing about Hoppers, again, not a lot for the families until this. That animated movie Goat is coming out like in the middle of February, but I don't think that's doing any noise.
It's gonna bomb.
So yeah. So I'm hoping this does numbers for Pixar or like Pixar original. It looks more fun than any of the marketing for like Elio or the other movies with the fucking Elemental.
I
So at least it has that going for itself, but we'll see.
I couldn't agree more. I echo everything you say. I think it's so important coming off of Inside Out 2 making, bank, Zootopia 2 making bank. We knew this going in. Pete Docter said, like, we're going to have our sequels. Incredibles 3 is coming up. Inside Out 2 is coming up. But we still prioritizing our original films. Hoppers is the first of those post Elio. Elio had a lot of baggage. We knew like the production issues with Elio. But Hoppers is an original take. It's reminding me of what was the panda one that came out recently? The red panda, Turning Red.
Turning Red, yeah.
It's giving Turning Red vibes. It looks fun, and I think it's just so important that Pixar originals do well. People need to come out for Hoppers like they do for the first Inside Out, which was also original. For some reason, it's just that post-COVID, not for some reason, people got used to seeing certain animated movies in, on Disney Plus and streaming. Yeah. But I really want these original Pixar movies to be moderate successes again. Again, the legs of Elemental gave me a lot of hope that, like, okay, people will do when Elemental legged it out to like 500 million, but like Hoppers, I don't think it's gonna be that big of a hit. I think Elio made like 20 something million opening weekend. Can you look up Elio for me real quick?
Yeah.
Because I want to compare. But I think Hoppers can do pretty well here. Elio, so 20 million. That's one of the lowest ones. It didn't even crack 100 million domestic, 154 overall on like a probably like what 120 million budget. They had a lot of production issues too, so this is a flop. This is not good.
Also, Hoppers at least has the full months to itself before Super Mario, so it could leg it out to at least 100 domestic. We'll see about international numbers.
Yeah, Hoppers has March 6th, so you're right. March 6th all the way to April 3rd.
It is opening to at the same time as another movie, but it feels like counter programming, so I don't think they'll.
Hopper's going to smash that other movie. I think. I don't know, but yeah, I think Hopper is going to do well. I'm thinking more than Elio, but not by much. Maybe maybe 27, 28 million for Hoppers, and hopefully it legged it out. Hopefully it can go from a low opening to a very high legs. So let me put that in my prediction for Hoppers. I'll say 28 million. But yeah, I hope it does well, man, because the marketing looks interesting. It looks fun. It has that like Hayao Miyazaki, like, save the forest kind of stuff going on there.
Yeah. There's even a joke in the trailers that is basically Avatar.
Yeah, right.
Like, that people are still thinking about Fire and Ash by then.
So hopefully Hoppers is a decent hit. Yeah, number 4 here. We could do 5. Let me see. How many movies do I have left here? Maybe 4. Now come to the horror thrillers. Horror thriller. Which one of the horror thrillers is going to do?
There's a lot of options this season.
There's a lot of options.
Why is there always more options this time of year than in the fucking fall?
That's crazy. You're right. I don't know.
Are you gonna go for Primate?
I'm not gonna go for Primate actually, but I think Primate could do pretty well. Let me see something real quick.
There's a few movies that I think if they weren't being released by the studio that they're being released, they could be like pretty solid hits, but I think they'll be fine domestically. I don't know.
I'll go 28 years later to whatever it's called.
The Bone Temple.
Bone Temple. It's not going to be as big of a hit as the one that came out just last year, a couple months ago. But I think it could do well in that January, February range. I just think it's going to do better than Ready or Not 2, maybe. And I don't know how Send Help is going to do. I think The Bride is flopping. The Bride looks like 10 to 15 million at best. I don't know. Maybe not. It has the IMAX to it too. But 20 years later, Bone Temple, the first one did like what, 30, 40 something million.
Yeah.
Um,
Let me.
look it up for me, please. Yeah. But I think the Bone Temple, Nia DaCosta, good early buzz. I don't know if it's gonna hold. I think it's gonna be a pretty good movie. 30 million exactly, 70 million domestic, 151. That's pretty solid. So I think this one's gonna do like maybe 120 overall, 100 to 120 overall. But I'm looking at this one did 30 million in 3 days. I think this one's gonna do like 30 million in 4 days. So maybe because I think it's coming out in like that Martin Luther King, or I forget when. It's coming out January 16th. There's a holiday around there somewhere. But yeah, I think it's gonna do pretty well.
Yep, you're right. The 19 Martin
Luther King. Okay, yeah. So I think it's gonna do 30 in that 4 day, but like probably 22 or 20 for 3 days, which isn't that big of a hit. But I think it's January. The first one. Maybe people were turned off by the first one. I don't know, but I know I was turned on by the first one. I was ready to see more from the first one. This 28 years later, so we'll see. I'm hoping the best for Nia DaCosta. We already know the third one's coming, so that was the big one, right? Like,
yeah,
it was similar to Dune, where it's just like, I just wanted to get confirmation that they're going to at least do a third one, regardless of what this one does. So we'll see. I think this is going to do like 22 million 3 days opening weekend. We'll see.
Give me 1 second. I'm looking something up.
But yeah, this is interesting because, things after this are going to be dwindling really low here. But the horror thriller genre, we have Ready or Not 2 still to pick. The drama could do something. We have the drama here in our thumbnail here. The Bride is big with Jessie Buckley, hopefully coming off of her Oscar win. Jessie Buckley. For The Bride. Christian Bale is Christian Bale an Oscar winner yet, or just nominee?
I feel like he's won. Did he not win for the mechanic or whatever? Machinist.
Maybe he did. I never saw it. Was that one you have in the top right here with the girl with the bandages?
That is okay. So what I was mentioning earlier about like two movies that I think would be like moderate hits if they weren't being released by the studio that they are. I meant the drama. Again, same thing as Marty Supreme, where it's mostly just going to be domestic first and then later international. And then the other one was The Moment, the Charlie XCX like documentary.
Yes.
Can she still sell like a project based on Brad? Who knows? Maybe not. But I don't know. It could. It's like a maybe there, like a 50-50 chance of doing something at the end of January.
I forgot about that movie. Yeah, and yeah, the drama looks like I personally don't like the trailer for the drama. It made me less excited for it, to be honest. It looks very average. It's giving like Die My Love kind of stuff. So
yeah, like they're for sure trying to keep something a mystery. I don't know what that is. Probably like why are they even getting married in the first place, or like their relationship kind of like dwindling. I don't know. Again, there's definitely a mystery to the drama of it all, and I think that's what they're gonna try to write the marketing on. Will it actually work? We'll see.
Can these two people carry a movie? Zendaya and Robert Pattinson. We know Robert Pattinson can't. Yeah, I mean, if he's not Batman.
Yeah,
Mickey 17 didn't do that well.
But we've seen Zendaya do something solid enough with Challengers.
With Challengers, yeah.
So again, like it's that like if this movie was being released simultaneously, international and domestic, I would like take it no brainer. But given the circumstances,
it's A24, right? The drama.
It's A24, yeah. I might have to play it safe and just go with Ready or Not.
Okay, yeah. That was my next one too. That's the one I was struggling with. It was that or Send Help. I think Send Help could be a surprise, fun time.
That could be a surprise. It also I really do not know what's happening with the bride. That just screams Mickey 17 to me. We even talked about it last year when they moved it from the calendar to that Mickey 17 date. It was like, okay, this screams like we don't know what to do with the movie. Doesn't necessarily scream like the movie is bad, but it just very much seems like the studio doesn't really know how to market it.
They have no idea what to do with it. Mickey 17 apparently did 19 domestic, 53 worldwide. Yeah, I think this is going to do less than Mickey 17. I think this is going to look. It looks less fun. It looks. I can't wait to see. It looks interesting.
I actually like the trailer. I like the vibes that she's going for.
Me too.
Maggie Gyllenhaal,
Like a punk rock Frankenstein.
Punk rock, like Bonnie and Clyde type of thing. It's cool, but will audiences be down for that? I highly doubt it.
I highly doubt it. Looks. It turns everybody off. I think this is making like 10 to 15 to be lucky. So
yeah. And
yeah, what do you think about Ready or Not? Yeah.
So the first one actually didn't make like a ton of noise, but I feel like that movie kind of like became like a little what would you call it? Like a
not cultish, but
like but like what's the term? Like pop classic, I guess.
Yeah.
Kind of, sort of. Where like I feel like this movie, people became more aware of it once it hits streaming than when it was actually in theaters. Yes. And also it was that weird year where Disney was still figuring out what to do with their Fox Searchlight movies.
Yep.
So 8 million. It's coming out at the end of the month, right after Project Hail Mary. Basically has the week to itself before Super Mario. So I feel like this could do like 15 opening.
Yeah, I think it's
slightly more than the first.
I agree. I think it's going to double. I would go as high to say like maybe 20 million. I think Ready or Not is a fun thriller vibe, and it's coming out in April, which is peak time for those movies. I think the headlines are going to be Ready or Not 2 doubles the first one. Yeah. It just looks like a lot of fun. The trailer is goofy as heck. Like, oh, now you have a sister, and we're running it back. So it's just like if you like the first one, you're going to like the second one. So I think it's going to have some fun repeatability too. So I think it's going to double that. I think it's going to do like 16, 20 million. So
yeah, and I feel like this could end like at about the same as the first one, like around 60.
Yeah. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see how it does internationally. But yeah, I think this is going to be a solid hit for Fox Searchlight.
All right. What do you want to give me?
Do I give you The Bride to see what it does there? We talked a lot about it. You, Me, and Tuscany could do a sneak rom-com hit, by the way. The one with it's Halle Berry, not Halle Berry, but the one who played Little Mermaid.
Okay, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
That rom-com trailer looks very like every rom-com cliche in the book. And I think people are really going to come for that in April. I just don't know how it's going to do along with like Michael and Super Mario. By the way, that mummy from
Lee Cronin.
I was so excited for that, but now I heard like a lot of production issues there. It's not really going to be like a horror version of the mummy. Like I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, the word on the street is that it's barely a mummy movie. I don't know what that means.
I heard the same exact thing. I was like, I was so looking forward to that because I liked Lee Cronin's. What did he just do?
Evil Dead Rise.
He did Evil Dead Rise. I like Evil Dead Rise. He's doing like a mummy movie, like a straight horror movie, mummy movie. I'm like, okay, that could be fun. But yeah, I'm hearing not good things from it. But hopefully, because I don't even know if the April 17th date is real. I think it might just be delayed indefinitely.
Yeah.
But what else could I give you? I really want Sam Raimi to do well with Send Help. That trailer looks like so much fun. Coming out in January 30th. Not a lot of competition there.
That trailer plays really well with general audiences, surprisingly.
It does. I could give you Go, but I know Go is going to be bad. It just doesn't look like a fun thing to give you. I'll give you The Bride because I want to talk about it. I'll give you The Bride. Let's see where it goes. Let's see where The Bride goes. I think it's going to be an unfortunate flop. But again, Maggie, if you're listening to this, I can't wait to see the movie. I'm there to see Jake Gyllenhaal, Desi Buckley, the GOAT. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Also, Jake Gyllenhaal isn't in it, right?
Yeah. Jake Gyllenhaal, Maggie Gyllenhaal, Christian Bale. So it has a solid cast, a weird vibe to it, but I'm down for it.
In a different time, would have done well.
Yeah, exactly. In a different world.
Yeah, there's like not a lot to give, and I think I might just have to go with a very basic, boring
giving me
choice.
Give me GOAT.
The reason why I'm giving you this, it's not so much because I actually don't know how much this movie costs, and the marketing is pretty bad. But I'm giving it to you because it is starring somebody who, at a time, was like a box office mini juggernaut. People loved seeing him on the big screen and the small screen, for that matter, even with his streaming.
What are you
movies.
giving me?
I'm giving you Mercy.
Wow! Oh man, that's a great one. I forgot all about Mercy. That could be.
Not a single soul knows that this movie exists.
I'm trying to look at our list here. Like, can Mercy be better than anything on our list here? Maybe The Bride, but yeah, I think it looks so bad. It just looks bad. It looks horrendously bad. Like, I love you, Rebecca Ferguson. You are queen of all queens, Rebecca. But
we all gotta eat.
Yeah, we all gotta eat. Does she know that she's in this movie? Because she's just saying every line. Like, granted, she's playing AI, but like
probably the easiest role of her career. Just record yourself in the closet.
Yeah, she plays AI so she can be robotic as hell, and it doesn't look that interesting. When is this coming out again? Mercy,
January 23rd. Yeah.
Nothing comes out that weekend, but the weekend afterwards we have Send Help. But yeah, and the moment. I keep forgetting about the moment. The moment's gonna have nothing. What's the moment about, real quick? Is it Charlie?
It's it's a mockumentary about her tour of Brat back in 2023.
A Brat, okay. Yeah. Who's in this? You have Charlie XCX. You have.
It's Rachel Sennett. I think Patrick. Is it Patrick Wilson? No, Alexander Skarsgård.
Skarsgård.
Who's like the director of the documentary that he wants to make or whatever.
Okay. Yeah, I think
Kylie Jenner.
That's gonna be like $5 million, if that. I'll give you that. That's coming out. But I think Mercy is gonna do, and it has a weird IMAX. Like, why did IMAX pick Mercy of all movies?
It's giving that movie with Rami Malek last year.
Oh yeah, that Thriller. I saw that. That was pretty. My dad loved it. He was like,
The Amateur.
The Amateur.
There you go.
It's a big dad movie, but I don't even think dads are gonna go see Mercy. Mercy. I'm thinking. I'll go. 15 seems like a lot of money for Mercy. Mercy, I'll say 10 million opening weekend.
Yeah, and surprisingly, not that January is stacked, but like next week you have both Primed and Greenland 2. Those are gonna do like fine for what they are. 28 years later, I think it's gonna be fine. Help.
January doesn't look like the most like exciting year. But yeah, I mean, I'm seeing movies every weekend, right? I'm seeing, like you mentioned, I like the first Greenland, so Greenland 2 could be a surprise. Primate, I just don't know where Primate or Greenland 2 are going to land. Yeah. Both of those movies could be better than some of the movies we have here, but I don't know. I just don't know. 20 years later, The Bone Temple, of course. Dead Man's Wire expanding. I could have saw that at Chicago Film Festival, but I missed out on it. Dead Man's Wire, it came out it was same screening time as Wake Up Dead Man, so I chose Wake Up Dead Man, obviously.
Oh yeah, easy.
But people are saying it's a good movie, so hopefully that's good.
Yeah. Another unfortunate bomb. Good luck, have fun, don't die. The Big Return of Gore Verbinski. It's gonna do nothing.
Where's that coming out? That April too?
It's the same weekend as Wuthering Heights.
Wuthering Heights. Oh wow, really? Yeah, you're right. That movie has a lot of. So I thought movies don't make that much money. When's the Super Bowl? Is that February 9th?
Shit. I think so, yeah.
Or the 8th? Either way, Valentine's Day weekend, we have Wuthering Heights, which is going to make bank. Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die, bomb. Go, probably bomb. Crime 101, I'm seeing that. It looks like a decent, basic crime thriller with Mark Ruffalo, Chris Hemsworth. Kind of like a cat and mouse crime, basic ass movie, but I'll see it. And then Broken Bird. I don't even know what these movies are.
The fakest movies are released during this show.
Yeah, the fakest movie. Yeah, that's weird. So yeah, Wuthering Heights and Crime 101 are probably gonna be the bigger things here.
Yeah.
Oh, I just saw the trailer for Psycho Killer from February 20th. It looks really good. It looks fun. It's giving like Long Legs vibe. I don't know who's directing it, but yeah, then Scream 7 is gonna be Scream 7.
There's a new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles coming.
What? When?
It's dated for the 20th of February. I haven't seen a single thing.
Oh, it's not on my calendar.
At least it says here I am on IMDb here.
Maybe it's a re-release.
Echoes of the Ooze.
Echoes of the Ooze. Maybe that's like a short film.
Yeah, I have no idea. Another movie that I feel like could do like as solid as the previous what's it called? What's a fucking Colin Hoover movie? Reminders of Him. Probably make about the same as Regretting You.
Which was Regretting You made some money. I was surprised about that.
Yeah.
Where's that Reminders of Him coming out?
March 13th, sandwich between Project Hail Mary and Hoppers.
And the Oscars too, yeah.
But people don't give a fuck about the Oscars.
They should. Get ready to go watch the Oscars this year. Go see Sinners win some awards. Before we leave, I just want to shout out some movies that I think are going to do well for the remainder of the year. Doomsday is going to make bank. I'm very curious to see what Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey does, because it's coming out 2 weeks before Spider-Man and the Moana movies before that. I think Moana could do as well as Lilo and Stitch. It's made $1 billion. So Odyssey's going to have some very interesting competition with some very popular IP. But I think the Odyssey can make like, I don't know if it's going to make as much as Oppenheimer though. Oppenheimer made like 900 million.
Yeah, I am a little bit more optimistic of that making about the same, maybe.
Okay.
Man, just the way that people react to that trailer and that entire prologue section at the beginning before Avatar is just very.
That's true. Yeah.
How can I say? Reassuring that maybe we still have hope. But we'll see. We'll see how it does.
I hope it makes a lot of money. I'm with you.
Yeah, it's also like if fucking Oppenheimer can make that much money, and it's like a court drama basically.
For this a 3-hour court drama, yeah.
Yeah, and this might be like a 3-hour movie too, but it's a fantasy epic.
With like heads, monsters,
sirens,
Cyclops, sea monsters. It's gonna be crazy. But yeah, my top 5 movies of the year, I think Avengers, Super Mario, Spider-Man: Brand New Day, Michael, and Toy Story 5. Those are my like top 5. I think Dune can make a lot of money. I hope Dune stays this year. I do not want it to be delayed to like March 2027. That would suck. But no Denis movie has ever moved up. This has me so nervous because I don't think I fully doubt it's coming out the same day as Avengers. It will not happen. It will not happen. So we'll see what happens there.
And also we'll see what happens with that whole WB merger. That will also have a lot to play with some of these contracts. So
very true. So yeah, a very box office heavy movie year ahead. Hopefully more than 2025. Because so far I think 2024 did less than 2023. 2025 did more than 2024, but also less than 2023. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was
just to recap. Just to recap, for me, I have Michael on number 1, Scream 7 2, Hoppers 3, Ready or Not, Here I Come on number 4, and Evan gave me The Brightest, The Danger Zone.
Yeah, and I'm going with Super Mario Galaxy, the movie. 2, Wuthering Heights. We'll see where that goes. Predatory Mary for number 3. 28 years later, The Bone Temple as my 4th pick. And Edgar gave me Chris Pratt's prize vehicle, Mercy. It's a dangerous.
Powered by AI.
Powered by AI. It looks like an Amazon Prime video. Like why am I watching this?
It feels like that movie that he has at a Prime Video.
Yeah, right. It feels like
Tomorrow or whatever it's called.
Yeah. Oh god, that was so bad.
The Tomorrow War.
Tomorrow War. Yeah. Oh god, that was bad. So we'll see. Happy 2026. We have a lot of podcasts planned for the coming weeks here. We got the draft coming up, which is going to be very exciting. I've been putting together my own 22, 23 movies I'm looking forward to just to
Are we still respecting our deal?
What was the deal? Our 3 picks, our first 3
our number ones each. Yeah,
I forget because I think one of you guys said The Odyssey.
I said The Odyssey.
That was you. I said Dune. What the heck is Josh picking?
Josh, he's now thinking about it, but he initially on that episode he said that he wanted to take a disclosure day or disclosure.
He did say that. Yes. Yeah. You better stick with that, Josh. Yeah. We'll see where the wheel goes. Who goes first? But I'm feeling very confident about my list. Hopefully, nobody picks things that are on my list. We'll see where that goes.
Yeah.
That's very exciting. Yeah. So we have the draft coming up. Our December recap. Yep. And yeah,
we're gonna try to do our own awards at the end of the month, sometime this month. So
yeah, our own awards, the Oscar nominations. I didn't tell Josh this. I might call off work for the first time since I became a teacher. I've always done checked the Oscars out during lunchtime or whatever. I might call off work just so I can soak in and react. But I don't know how to react because it's your guys' channel.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I'm still thinking about it. Because I hate how
I'll react with you. Let's make it a thing.
Oh, that'd be cool. Okay, great.
Maybe we can get Josh to wake up early once in his life.
Because for you guys, 5 a.m. or something.
It's 5 a.m. Yeah,
that's crazy. But yeah, that's about it for me. Find me on Twitter, Harris EV9. Nathan and I are recapping Percy Jackson every single week. I'm loving season 2 so far. And we also react and talk about the Avengers trailers that are coming out. And we're going to be talking about Stranger Things, which Nathan saw in theaters. I didn't see it in theaters. I knew. But we'll talk about that finale.
Yeah.
And we'll also talk about that with you guys as well, with Josh and Edgar. But yeah, that's about it. Yeah, Harris EV9.
Yeah, and you can find me at EDG or TEG on all social medias. You can find some of my written work at Loud and Clear Reviews on the Cinema Spot.
Real quick, did some director shout out Loud and Clear Reviews on Twitter? I was scrolling the other. Was it Guillermo del Toro? I think I saw somebody shout out Loud and Clear Reviews. Or somebody.
I know that they've been getting a lot of shout outs lately. I think they got one. They got a quote for. I know it was one for Jay Kelly. I think another one for No Other Choice, and I think there was 2 more from two other movies. I don't remember what they were.
But you guys are doing great stuff over there, so happy for you.
Yeah, we just did both our individual list and collective list of the sites. I got to write a little bit about Marty Supreme, so if you want to go look it up, you can do that at your own pace. And what else? I need to finish Pluribus before we do our next episode.
You do, because Josh and I really liked that one. So
yeah. Even I haven't seen the last 2 episodes, but that's already my show of the year.
Yeah. Awesome. That's what I love to hear.
But yeah, we will see you in a few days with the December monthly episode. So until then, bye.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Life, man. Life!